Back to the Storm Alert Center we go. David Karnes, Chief Meteorologist, standing by, watching not only a system moving our way tonight, but also some of what's going on in Sevier County. David.
Just because we have it on the map, I just wanted to quickly show you this. This is the location of that fire that has burned 1,000 acres so far. It's caused some evacuations, and you can also see the southerly winds pushing this moderately thick smoke up through Sevierville, very close to Dandridge and into Morristown to the north. So this is a fairly big deal for our friends in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, and those parts that definitely know what it's like to deal with brush and wildfires, right? 77 degrees. It is a warm night, but the big deal is that wind. Look at the wind. Sustained winds at 22 miles per hour right now. Made it up to 83 today. The record high is 86. Didn't quite get there. 60. The low this morning. It was a toasty one all day today. Here are your winds widespread, anywhere from 11 to 21 to 24, 25 mile per hour sustained wind. And again, those sustained winds are out of the south-southeast, so it's a very warm flow of air coming in. But those wind gusts have been doing their thing. That's typically where we get the power outages, where a tree limb falls on a power line, something like that. And we're looking at 55 mile per hour wind gusts. Now keep in mind, these are not current wind gusts. These are the highest ones that have been reported so far today. That 55 in Monteagle, that's the highest one. 44 mile per hour wind gust in Chattanooga. We had a 45 mile per hour gust in Cleveland. And we're going to see these numbers staying pretty steady until about 3 o'clock in the morning. The damaging winds, that is the biggest threat that we're looking at, a 15% risk of damaging winds. You can see how those numbers go down the further east we are. It's the same with the tornado threat. It's a lot higher to the southwest. As we move to the northeast, that threat lessens. Now, it doesn't mean we won't get a tornado. It's just unlikely. I'll show you what I'm talking about with our severe weather potential. Notice all of this. This is put up just a bunch of parameters on here. When they're all together, that indicates a really good chance of severe storms, and we've had severe storms. Underneath this, we've had a number of tornado reports from Memphis down to Jackson and over into portions of Alabama. So all of that is southwest of Chattanooga. Now look what happens. This is currently, as we move through time, we're going to see that beginning to weaken somewhat as it moves to Chattanooga. You can see that highest severe potential down to our south. Now, this is 1 o'clock in the morning. Now, take a look. We see it lessening even more. Now, when I say we see it lessening, you can still see this one little streak of instability right here, a couple little spots. So I can't completely rule out maybe a spotty, real quick spin-up tornado. But again, it's not that likely. The biggest threat is going to be the wind. We're also watching the rain. I'm expecting at least a half an inch in all areas, up to an inch or inch and a half in some areas. So I don't think flooding is going to be a big problem, but it is going to come down in buckets at times. So here is the current radar, and you can still see severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. Haven't had any tornado warnings with this right now, but we do have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. And notice we're looking at that rain beginning to work its way into Monteagle, but the heaviest rain still back toward Tullahoma. Futurecast showing it sliding eastward by about 12:30. We'll see it moving into Chattanooga. This is 2 o'clock, and I'm really looking for these little spots that pop up where we could see some really strong storms developing. So you can see a couple getting picked up by Futurecast around 2 o'clock in the morning, and then by 3 o'clock in the morning it picks up speed a little bit, begins to move to the east. It continues moving through. 4 o'clock, we're up into the Blue Ridge. By 4 o'clock, everything's going to be over and done with, and you're going to start to see the winds dying down in Chattanooga. And then by 4 or 5 o'clock, we start to see it drifting eastward out of the Blue Ridge. By 6, 7 o'clock, it's all off to the east. Maybe one more isolated shower around noon on Thursday, and then we'll see it clearing out. Winds calming down, but still a little breezy tomorrow, and it should be overall a breezy, cooler, nice day. So 58 strong storms overnight, and you can see those wind gusts doing their thing. Overnight low is going to stay warm in the mid to upper 50s, and then as the showers taper off tomorrow morning, it's going to clear out a bit, cooler and breezy. Still winds out of the south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. 68 the high tomorrow, 63. That's it. A cool day all day Friday, and then drop dead gorgeous weather over the weekend, and warming back up on Monday. More storms by next Tuesday, Greg.